Thank you so much for the lovely introduction, Bridget. Hello everyone, and welcome to the second hour of Friday Live here on TAFE Radio. I'm your host Ella, and guess what? We only have one more sleep until the weekend. Woohoo! In this hour, we have a great show lined up for you, with Maggie talking all things Eurovision, to Florian giving us an insight on subculture events. This show is jam-packed. I'm so excited. It's 11:03, and up next, we have Kyle with Uni vs. TAFE. But first, let's play You Are the Sunshine of My Life by Stevie Wonder. You're listening to Friday Live here on TAFE Radio. It's 11:06, and here with me is Kyle, who has been interviewing uni students to see if they would stop doing their course at uni and transfer to TAFE. Thanks so much for that, Kyle. This debate is definitely not over, and it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. Next we have Brett, who will be getting people's thoughts on the ban on vaping. Up now is Mamma Mia by ABBA, here on TAFE Radio. You're here on Friday Live. I'm Ella. It's 11:14, and now we have Brett, who has been out getting people's reactions on the ban on vaping. Thanks, Brett, for the very interesting insight. Up next is Gig with the latest news headlines. Playing right now on TAFE Radio, Respect by Aretha Franklin. That was Respect by Aretha Franklin, here on TAFE Radio. And now, here's Gig with the latest news. Thanks so much, Gig. There's a lot happening in the news. You're listening to Friday Live here on TAFE Radio. Florian is coming up to talk about the world of subculture events. Maybe I'll find one to go to. Up now, American authors with Best Day of My Life. You're listening to TAFE Radio. It's Friday Live. I'm Ella. Joining me now is Florian talking subculture events. Thanks, Florian. Some really interesting events. It's 11:32. Up next, Tom and I will be giving you a little weekend sports review. But now, we have Katrina the Whales walking on sunshine. You're here on Friday Live. It's 11:36, and now we head into the world of sports to give you a rundown on the biggest sporting events this weekend. Tom joins me in the studio. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Ella. Great to be here with you to preview a big weekend in sport.
NRL is at the top of the list, with two big games on tonight for all the fans to enjoy. Tom, tell us a bit about what's going on.
Well, tonight, round 11 kicks off with two games in Sydney. Firstly, the Bulldogs take on the Warriors. Both teams will be looking to bounce back from disappointing losses in the Magic round, and they're eager to find their form as we hit the middle of the season. Following that, the Panthers will host the Roosters. Now, the Panthers are coming off a big win last weekend, as the Roosters try to get back to good form and hold on to their top 8 spot.
I'm sure a lot of people will be looking forward to those games. Over in the States, I understand there are big things happening in the NBA. What do basketball fanatics need to know?
Yeah, so NBA fans will be glued to the screen as the second round of playoffs wrap up and the final 8 teams become the final 4. So in the West, the Golden State Warriors will take on the LA Lakers and the Phoenix Suns go up against the Denver Nuggets. While over in the East, the Boston Celtics square off with the Philadelphia 76ers and the New York Knicks face the Miami Heat. And lucky for our sleep schedules here in Australia, all the games this weekend are on at a pretty sensible time.
I know a few people who'll be eagerly watching. And finally, Tom, I know you really love your combat sports, and there are huge things happening in the world of Australian boxing. Can you tell us a bit about what's happening?
Yeah, for sure, Ella. So it's a huge moment here in Australian boxing in this country, as two Australian twin brothers, Andrew and Jason Maloney, are both competing for world titles in back-to-back weekends. This is a really rare occurrence in boxing. It's quite amazing for two Australian fighters to have the opportunity to compete for world titles in such a short period of time. And it's even more extraordinary that they are twin brothers. So Jason's up first this weekend, and he's set to fight against Vincent Astrolabio for the WBO Bantamweight Championship of the World on Sunday. And then the following week, his brother Andrew will get the chance to compete for the WBO Super Flyweight World title. So an incredible achievement for the Maloney brothers and an exciting moment for Australian boxing fans, and I cannot wait to see how it all plays out.
Thanks so much, Tom. I'm sure a lot of sports fans will be glued to their TV screens this weekend. Next, we have Maggie, talking all things Eurovision. I can't wait to hear what she has to say, but first, here's Rolling in the Deep by Adele. That was Adele with Rolling in the Deep. And you're with Ella here on Friday Live. It's 11:44, And in entertainment news, Eurovision is coming to a nerve-wracking end, and Maggie is here to tell us who are the top contenders and what position Australia is in. Sounds awesome. And overnight in the semi-finals, the Aussie group Voyager made it through to the grand final with their song Promise. Congrats, guys. You're listening to Friday Live here on TAFE Radio. It's 11:48 and the weekend is only a few hours away. So let's get in the mood with Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. You're listening to Friday Live here on TAFE Radio. I am your host Ella, and what a wonderful show this has been. Today is Do It for Dolly Day, so please be kind to one another and look out for your mates and loved ones. Also, Mother's Day is on Sunday, so here's a friendly reminder to go get your mum or guardian something special. I hope you have a great weekend. This is Ella signing out, but before I do, here's Shania Twain with Man, I Feel Like a Woman.